before we talk about this refuge ruckus, let's talk about the Kaleb House. You and I had visited about this several months ago, but just as a reminder, what the Kaleb House is and what do you all do?
So, Kaleb House is a restoration house for trafficked children. We take children out of that horrible situation, we bring them into a loving, home-like environment, and they receive restorative care. So, we're talking therapy, jujitsu to help with like anger and aggression. They get taught about like homesteading and animal husbandry and really working with the animals, because a lot of times working with animals is also therapy in and of itself. And then we just showed them the love of God as well too, and that he saved them and brought them out of that horrible situation that they were in, and really just showing that there are good people out there that love them and want the best for them.
I know you have an office in Spiro, but you don't want to let anybody know where the actual house is, and there's a good reason for that.
So we keep Kaleb House a secret because unfortunately traffickers look at children as their items for sale. And we don't want the children to have this burden or this feeling of that they're going to get caught, they're going to get taken back or anything like that. So we keep Kaleb House, that physical location, private so that the children feel relaxed, they feel at peace, they don't feel like they're going to get snatched or anything like that. And we want to make sure that they're just focusing on being restored and overcoming the traumas that they've been through.
How do you find them, or how do they find you?
So we have been contacted. We have our victim services department that actually handles the majority of that, all the judicial stuff as well too, because we also try to put all the bad guys behind bars that are hurting the children that have come into our care. So a lot of times people reach out through our victim services channel, whether it's directly reached out to us or like police departments or things like that. We do work with local and federal law enforcement. So there is those connections in there that they come to through victim services.
All right, so March 7th through the 9th, I found video on Facebook or on the webpage of what this event is. Oh my goodness. Explain what happens here.
So the Refuge Ruckus is a 3-day event that we host for Kaleb House. And the first day is all guest speakers, it's vendors, it's hanging out with people who are like-minded. We have topics on mental health, we have faith, we have urban preparedness, homesteading. Obviously, we have discussions about trafficking and what that looks like and things like that to better prepare our community to be vigilant for children. The first day is just all about getting into learning different things. And we have different courses going on sometimes at the same time. So people can choose, like, well, I'm not really into urban preparedness, but I am into homesteading. So they can go to the homesteading class versus like urban preparedness. So we have that. And the vendors, obviously, the first day. The second day, we all get together and we do a big, huge Bible study. Last year is really cool. There was a little over 300 people sitting in the convention center together, just getting into the word. This year, I'm really excited because we do have a family that is going to be our worship band. And so it's like a mother, a father, and their 3 children, really just coming out from the community to support Kaleb House. So we'll have the worship session and then Bible study on Saturday. And then on Sunday is like, that's the big day. So Sunday is where we're actually doing a 5K ruck around downtown Fort Smith area, around the convention center. And the ruck is actually with weighted backpacks. So you can choose a weight from anywhere from 10 to 50 pounds. And that represents the weight of children who are currently being trafficked. We kind of want you to feel the weight of their world. And last year we had children as young as 10 carrying weighted backpacks to adults in their 70s and 80s rucking the 5K. And we had mothers pushing their babies around in strollers and everything else. And it was just a really great way to show people that we're taking a stand against child trafficking, but also, again, getting with like-minded individuals, discussing things, and trying to form more community engagement and camaraderie among people, again, who are like-minded and want to help protect children. So we have the 5K ruck. We also, this year, we're going to be having a concert on Sunday with Brandon Davis, and he's a country music singer. He's not like some super duper well known, but he is like doing a lot of different stuff. And we really love him because he's not afraid to talk about his faith or his family in his songs. So we'll have the concert with Brandon Davis, we'll have the 5K ruck, and then we're also doing like tug of war. We'll have bounce houses for the kids and everything else. So just a really great community day on Sunday.
Who can come to this and do you have to register?
Yes, so anybody can come to it. Children 11 and under are free for the entire weekend. Anyone can register. You do need to register because it is obviously an event for a nonprofit. You have the 3-day pass where you can come all day for the classes, the vendors, Bible study, and everything like that. It's $250 for the entire weekend, and that covers all the events plus lunch on Friday and Sunday. We provide lunch for everybody. Now, if you can't come all 3 days, maybe you can only come on Saturday for Bible study. That's totally fine. Bible study on Saturday is completely free. We don't charge for that. We just want to be able to get together with people and fellowship and read the word together. If you want to come on Sunday just for the ruck, say you obviously work on Friday or something like that, you can come for the ruck on Sunday. And the ruck, strictly doing the 5K, is $45. And that's for anybody 12 and older.
How do you register?
You go to refugeruckus.com and there's the registration page. There's all the information about the guest speakers, vendors, what the event's like, and everything else on there.
How many will come to this event not knowing what the Kaleb House is and then really finding out what you all do?
Oh gosh. So I'm hoping a lot, actually, in all honesty, and not for like, hey, learn about Kaleb House, but I really like our goal is to help make a more, besides saving the children, making a more informed community, because it's not necessarily always the people kicking down the doors that are saving the children. It's a mom being vigilant at the store and seeing something that looks out of place and contacting the authorities and things like that. It's the old couple that sees something going on with their grandchild. It's those kind of things that we want people to be aware of what child trafficking looks like, and that you don't have to be, like I said, kicking down the doors. You can just be vigilant and be aware of what's going on. So I'm hoping a lot of people come so that they can learn about it, enjoy the activities and everything else. Right now, we already have 140 people registered for the event. Last year we had a little over 250, so I'm hoping that we have the ability to have 400. So it'd be great if we maxed out at 400.
Oh, I hope that happens. I'm pretty confident it will. Sarah, thank you so much for your time and have fun with this event.
Thank you, Daren. I really appreciate your help.